Go with it.
Here we go, guys. Game number 2
Oh,
about to start. Here we go.
Vikings. What did he say? What did we say
That was
the other
about
day
game 1,
earlier
damn it.
on? One of the Vikings war, and it's a Vikings war on the one map which is okay, right. At
Let's do
least I
a
got the right prediction map though.
yeah, we did. Let's do a quick intro here for the YouTubers who might see this at a later date. So this is Killer B. I'm joined here by oh no, I've got the wrong I don't have the scoreboard up. Oh bummer. All right, let's try this again. My apologies, guys. Don't worry, they don't pay me anything to do this, so they can't dock my pay. Okay, let's do this properly.
What about that check you got on the post, which said
That's
SMB to Killer B? Thanks for the services.
XOXO with a kiss, lipstick kiss.
Oh, he gives me O's because only O's, but
All right, let's try this
we'll get
again.
past that.
Game number 2. We've got the AOC Champions League here. This is Killer B. I'm joined by Mr. Milmano. Hello, Milmano.
Hi,
So
hi.
Milmano's here. We're going to see a Vikings mirror game on Arabia. This is game 2. You can see on the scoreboard Fire winning game 1. Vinch gets to choose whatever map he wants, and he chooses Arena. Milmano and I had talked about Vinchester maybe playing a little bit more Arena than Fire does. Maybe playing a lot more Arena. But we will see how this game goes down. For now, I'm seeing Fire stealing a boar out front. Is that his boar, or is that Vinchester's boar? Let's
That
see.
might be Vinchester's ball.
Vinch is saying,
And
lame.
didn't Vinchester use his restart? Oh, Vinch. Oh, Vinch.
Vinch still has his restart at this point.
Was he?
We haven't
Oh,
seen
was it
anybody
fire?
re-out. Yep, so he can re if he wants to here. That looks...
Oh, sorry, my bad.
No,
Sorry, my
no
bad.
problem. That looks to
I
be...
misread you. I misread you from earlier on.
Looks to be Vinchester's boar. I don't see Fire's second, but for the time being, Fire will steal a boar early on. We could see Vinchester restart out of this, but let's just see. Vinch is going to have backstone. He's going to have his gold relatively forward on his walls. It's to the side of the map that doesn't face Fire's area. Both of his gold piles, extra gold piles for each player, will be outside of the walls. Fire's got a much better map generation. He's got back gold that's very safe. He's got more gold in his far back pocket. He's got lots of wood here to work with. I think this is a really good map that Vince should have really read out of, don't you think?
It was restart time and gone now.
Ah, there it is. The re from Vince comes in just
Yeah,
as we say that.
yeah, he's gonna be
Vince saying
again.
re, Fire saying resign. Jeez Louise. All right, so we're going to restart here in game number 2, joined by Momano again. Be a couple minutes of spectator delay. So yeah, man, good call on the arena. It does seem like Vinch is feeling that he has the biggest advantage, I would guess, on this map.
Yeah, I think it's better. I mean, best map to pick out of the two, either Arena or Arabia. I think he's got a higher percentage chance. If we're talking purely statistical, you have a high percentage chance of winning. So I think it's best to go for him for that one. So I don't think it'll be. Do they have to pick Vikings again, or
I believe they do, but I could be wrong
okay?
about that. I could be wrong.
Okay.
Let's see. Rees for the right player will be down to 0, so we won't see Vinch restarting again. However, I do think that was a really good restart from him. I think that was definitely the right
He had
call.
to.
Yeah. Losing.
It's great for Fire as well because he's forced to on Vinchester's own home map technically. Think about it because he took the ball and that's great. Fire took that's great because it's a win-win situation. Either he takes the ball and then the game continues, or Vinchester Reese, and then that's on his own home map. Technically, we can call it. So he's lost a restart, especially in Arena as well. Where I think again, it's quite easy those sort of things to happen. Like Arabia though, so I think it was good. Good for Fire, absolutely fantastic. So good for him. He's in a really good position now because even if it just wins this game, it's 1-1. And Fire's got that sort of safety knowledge that he's got a restart in hand for Arabia or Ireland as the next map. So I think it's good.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, Vinchester Reed, that was a smart call, but you're right. It does give Fire a slight advantage. Vinch isn't going to be able to re out of something unfortunate that happens to him in the later game. Vinch's map wasn't the worst arena map I've seen, but it was pretty bad. And on top of the boar steal, I think the re was a good call. Just to let you guys know, minute and a half spectator delay, and we will jump in to game number 2. I'm kind of glad we got a re, Milmano. You and I started out a little rocky that game.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, we're just warming. Well, I'm warming my vocal cords, so it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, man. We are going to be ready and able for game number 2. You're going to have to take off after game 2, I'm assuming. You've got the you've got some stuff going on.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, thanks for jumping in for a game with me. This will be the most fun of the set of 4, at least for me. Joined by Mr. Milmano himself. Okay, 40 seconds on the spec, and we're about to go. Do you want to do the intro for this one, man?
All yours, buddy. Keep it consistent.
Oh, man. Putting the pressure on me here. Oops, there we go. We're ready to rock and roll. Booyah Grandma. Game number 2, Vinchester v Fire. On Arena here, Vikings v Vikings. This is Vinchester's home map. You can see on the scoreboard that he lost Game 1 to Fire in Mega Random. This is AOC Champions League. This is these guys are playing 4 games today. Every point matters, and this is going to be technically Vinch's home map. This is the map that he chose to play in this situation to maybe turn the momentum around. This is Killer B. I'm joined by Milmano. How's it going, Milmano?
Going well. With
Beautiful.
You, always.
I'm going to quickly look at Fire's map, Vinchester's map, and I'll throw it over to you to see what you think about Fire's map. Just to let you guys know, Fire does have a re left. Oh, sweet Jesus, look at Vinchester's map. Vinch has safe stone in the back, safe gold in the back, another gold pile, another stone pile, very, very safe in the back corner. Vinch's main gold is out closer to the front, but still something that he could take without too much problems. Vinch here has a stellar arena map. I really like this a lot. He's going to have a ton of safe resources. He does have some stuff out on the walls, but this back pocket area is really, really nice for him. For now, Vinch is going forward and looking to see what's up on Fire's side, and I'll throw it to you, Milmano. What do you see on Fire's side of the map?
Fire's got a main goal that's a little bit similar to Vinchester's, a bit far out, but mine it's pretty safely. I don't think he's going to have counter too many issues. Main stone are very close to the walls. That's a problem. Second gold on the outside. Berries are fine. It's got the great wood, of course.
Oh, yeah.
But the biggest problem for him, I think, is just the fact that his extra resources are on the outside, unlike Vinchester's. And also, the actual space he's got inside his walls isn't at all awfully that much, if you really think about it.
Yeah.
In comparison to Vinchester, who's just got tons of room. So that's really good for him. Relic distribution is fairly even. I mean, if not, Vinchester's got a slight advantage, I would say.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got a massive advantage. Let me rephrase that. He's got a huge advantage. 1 relic inside, 1 close to him, to the right, and 2 up north. Yeah, he's looking good.
This is about
Vinchester's map.
This is about as good of a map as you can ask for your home map if you're Vinch, right? I mean, for people who are maybe watching this or just joining us or maybe on YouTube, Vinchester read out of a game just a moment ago. Is Vinch stealing Fire's boar, or is he luring his own boar in with the scout?
Luring his own boar in.
I see, okay. For those of you guys who missed it, Vinch read out of game number 1. Fire stole Vinch's boar, and Vinch had a pretty mediocre map. Oh my gosh, he's going to... Man, that's so risky to do. Using the TC to put the first couple bursts of arrow fire on the boar always scares me, but pro players seem to have a way to never have that bite them in the ass. But yeah, man.
Seems to have mastered that one.
Wow, that was something that scared me just for a moment. I thought Vinch was making a bit of a blunder. But anyway, Vinch uses his restart, and he gets a new map generation here on Arena, and he gets a stellar map. If Vinch was ever going to win a game flat out and probably dominate, it would have to be on this map versus Fire. Great map for Vinch. We'll see how the tactical decisions come in. Fire's going to have to play a really, really good game in order to pull one out in this one. Yeah, so like you said, all those resources for Fire seem to be clumped relatively close to the front. His main goal is safe enough, so that's good enough that he's not going to call a re himself. But absolutely, I think the most interesting point is just the space that Fire doesn't seem to have. He doesn't have a lot of space on his side of the map. Not a whole lot of space within the walls. AoE fan, Vinch has 5 golds inside, Fire has 1, admin re-needed. No. Unfortunately, that is not for us to decide. The AOC gods here have given Vinch an advantage. So, Milmano, Vikings v Vikings on Arena, is there anything that these players can do, especially Fire maybe, to Vinch luring in another boar with a scout? Is he going to use TC arrow fire again here? The villagers, yep, they'll take the first couple shots from the TC. Wow, Vinch timing that just right. Is there anything you think Fire could do maybe to get aggressive or get out early to put a little pressure on Vinch to compensate for how poorly his resources are located?
I guess he could go for go for a forward siege workshop, a couple of rangers, crossbows, sort of, or knights, mangonels. Just try and punch through and be really aggressive. Again, you've got the free hand cut and free wheelbarrow as Vikings, so your economy's pretty strong enough to do so. It's just that problem though in terms of the game of the Viking eco. If your opponent's able to successfully defend, then especially like map like Vinchester, who's got plenty of gold and options at the back to go to, then it's just better eco just will overpower it. So it'll be interesting what Fire will do. I think Fire might have to go aggressive this game, but again, he's not the most skilled arena player in my opinion. So I don't know what his plan really is. So we'll know more once what he does in the feudal age.
Yeah, so far we're seeing him pushing deer and maybe mulling this one over. He hasn't scouted forward just yet, but we'll keep an eye on Fire's scout. Fire could take some stone early and build a castle in defense. We see that in a lot of arena games. He could also drop a castle if he wants. A castle in defense, though, would only be able to shore up one corner of his base, either the corner with safe gold or the corner with his stone. So he would maybe not benefit too much from an early castle drop. Fire's going to go up on 25. Seems to be a bit early, but Vinch is up on 26 right now. Is he getting close to clicking himself? Looks like Vinch will add in a 27th Vil and probably click up to feudal here. Regular old-fashioned fast castle build. Fire's going to have a couple Vils less. He might need to sell some stone if he's going to fast castle with this build. Now he's sending Vils over to gold. Okay, so for now, Fire will be up a couple Vils sooner, and we may see him get a little bit aggressive. Do you know Start style, says Vinch. Stark. Vinch saying, do you know Stark style? Vinch, maybe a little bit of, is this going to be some trash talking from Vinch mid-game?
I think he's just having a joke. I think he's just trying to... I just like when there's a bit of banter in between game. Like, I would be literally concentrating so much on my build order. But they're able to do both. It's crazy. Interesting though. I mean, Fire's got 3 on gold here. Now, the reason I'm saying it's interesting is that, maybe a little bit late to gold, but you haven't got loom, so you only need 2 to pick up with. But I'm looking at his resources now, and you probably might need the 3 actually, weirdly. But normally, when you're doing a fast castle build without loom, you only need 2 on gold rather than the 3. But it's got some sort of plan market blacksmith, not too far on the front, as you like to say, so you wouldn't be able to be spotted by Vinchester. Knowledge is power.
Absolutely. Yeah, hiding those initial buildings, although Market Blacksmith is not terribly uncommon. It's very, very common. It's still nice not to give your opponent any more info than you need. What did Vinch do here? Oh, he tried to drop a building a little too close to the TC. He's going to drop Market Blacksmith as well. He's starting to wall. Look at Vinch's buildings. He's going to use that if he gets pushed on as a pinch point to stop aggression so that he can take the resources in the far back. I think that's a really, really nice choice on Vinch's part.
Yeah, it's really nice. He's forward thinking in terms of that. It doesn't, he may not get attacked, but it's just that safe of mind that he's already got these 2 structures down that he needs to get down anyway in those positions. So it's good.
Yeah, very nice little bit of play there. Vinch will be up to Castle Age a couple of moments behind Fire. Fire's going to be grabbing Horse Collar, upgrading his eco here, and continuing to work up. Right now, there are 4 Vils over on gold for Fire. That doesn't tip a whole lot to me about what he might do, but Monastery, maybe a couple monks to try to get those relics wouldn't be such a bad idea. In the early game, relics in Arena are very important. You need that gold eco. Sometimes these games go very, very late and very long. On Vinch's side of the map, he's going to have 5 on gold, continuing to build up houses and block toward the TC in case his outer walls get breached. And for the time being, we just see these guys scouting around the map.
He's pretty worried. What's also interesting is the amount of farms that Vinchester has. Look, I mean, Fire's got a few out. I mean, 3, 6 or 7, it's looking all right. But, Vinchester's got quite a few more. Not massively more, but it's significant enough. It's got 8 farmers. I felt like more than that. I felt like it's got 9.
Vinch's scouting to me suggests that he's
9.
That he's going to drop 2 TCs immediately here. I mean, he's not scouting forward at all. He doesn't know anything about Fire's map. I think he's going to focus on his economy early. Fire could do the same thing, but he's scouting a lot more aggressively. Yeah, Fire immediately going on to 3 TCs as well. So we're going to see these guys boom up a little bit here. Not a huge surprise with a Vikings game. I shouldn't say that. We haven't seen Vinch yet, but I'm expecting TCs come. Oh, Monastery from Vinch. There you go. Where's the TC? For the moment, we will see a TC come up on the back gold for Vinchester.
Okay.
All right, so...
Well, I think it's fine for him to go to the Monastery, and he'll add second TC in a bit. Yeah, okay, there we go. So he's going to pick up the relics. He's also probably going to use the Marcus Gold to maybe loads up a few resources. He's got 400 gold, so he's going to put a couple of monks in. I think he could use that gold maybe to buy a bit of wood, buy a bit of stone, whatever. I think it gives him a couple of options. And then, of course, again, if he's under any pressure, he can use that excess gold to maybe get that siege workshop up. But Fire is just going to be content with the booming strategy, going to go with the 3 TCs. Was he going to go for a monastery at any point?
Not yet. Fire now is just dropping TCs. Fire grabbing Town Watch here to get a little bit more view in case he's going to get castle drop from his opponent. Nice play from the standpoint of being ready for anything. Villagers being queued up from both players. Right now, villager count is pretty much a dead heat. Both players on 3 TCs. Vinch a little low on food. I don't know if he can keep all 3 of them going right away, but he probably can handle it. Fire at the same time is already queuing up fills in 3 of his TCs. And we're going to see this game boom up for a little bit. So yeah, like you were saying early in the cast, Fire's not really a super active arena player. Vinch plays a little bit more arena, at least in the games that I've seen, than Fire does. And we'll see if that experience changes the game in the late game here. Vinch grabbing these relics early on. If he's able to get 4 or 5 of the relics, it will give him a pretty large advantage. But we will see. We'll see how this game goes. For now, we're just booming away in the early game.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm mull it all over. The great thing, Vinchester, is going to pick up all his relics. He's going to get 2 in the bank immediately. The monk reveal has now been spotted by Fire, seeing what's going on. I'm interested what Fire's response is going to be to that. Does he think it's going to be an aggressive play or just picking up relics? What Fire does next is going to be... I think he's not going to be worried by it. I think he's going to be fine because he's probably going to have enough time. Holy cow, did he just kill that monk?
Fire snipes a monk, but then loses his scout to the second monk. Okay, so that will slow Vinchester down a little bit, but it will give him another scout here out on the front. Yeah, good call. I wasn't looking over there at that time, but yeah, that monk getting sniped down by the scout of Fire. You got to think, though, you know, that's not necessarily a good trade from an economy standpoint, but that's a good trade for Vinch. He doesn't have to worry about Fire anymore, you know?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I think he's got the relics all safe now. He's also got the extra scout, so again, he's got the map control technically at this point. So he's got the monks. And okay, he's gonna go forward to the villager. It's like it's gonna be a siege workshop. So he's gonna be aggressive then. Alright, so Fire's putting a barracks down in response.
Vinch here is coming out with a siege workshop, and yeah, Town Watch from Fire gives him a little bit more view from his walls, but having a scout in arena can be very important because your opponent can kind of forward you out a little bit, and you can see here Vinch is going to be hiding in the fog of war. Fire will have a barracks, but like you said, like we were talking about, he might not queue any units yet. I don't know if he's really expecting this aggression from Vinch. Nonetheless, he'll be able to drop a siege workshop in defense relatively quickly. Vinch still working his way around the map, grabbing relics here. It looks like he's going to have 4 out of 5 in all. Looks like he'll have 5 of them here in just a moment. 3 relics for now, 4th one on the way in, 5th monk on the way out to grab the 5th one. So yeah, certainly a game where Vinch is going to be having a lot of gold to work with. Fire seems to be focused more on getting a higher villager count, but for now these guys are in a dead heat. Vinch is really able to do a couple of extra things that Fire hasn't been able to do. He's able to take over some map control, grab relics, and keep up with Fire's villager count. Fire, though, is going to click to Imperial. Is Vinch close? No, Vinch is not that close. So
got a lot of food stored up in the TC, so it's got a good 300 food. He could cancel that and probably look to try and click up, just delay TC like a second or 2. And the exact same villager numbers, but I'm really curious what he's he going to go all out now, or because if he does that, I think he will lose because Fire's on the way up. He's a third of the way. There's not enough momentum on Vinchester to do it because he's only got 1 mangonel. He's not making another. I think it's just a harass tactic. I think he's just the siege workshop, part of his Imperial building. And then just keep the pressure a little bit, keep Fire in his base, because you see Fire's inside his base now. If it wasn't the case, then Fire might have gone out a little bit, but...
Yeah, Vinch...
I think it's just a harass tactic, nothing more than that. I think he'll click up in a second.
Yeah, I think this is like a faux forward from Vinch. He's just trying to put a little pressure and maybe see if Fire will do something silly and overreact. Vinch is going to put some pressure on this TC with a Mangonel monk standing beside it, scout on that corner. He's also got a monk and a scout on the other corner, so he's trying to show a lot of a presence, even though he doesn't have that many units. Vinch is going to try to annoy his opponent. Vinch coming forward with a barracks and archer range of his own. At the moment, stone is starting to pile up for Vinch. Fire has none, so Vinch will be able to drop a castle if he wants to relatively soon. Fire is not on stone at the moment. 460 stone in the bank for Vinch, quite a lot of villagers on stone, so he may well want to drop a castle on the front to shore up this area where he's going to be building his military from. Fire pushing out, though. Do you see that, Milmano? Fire is pushing out of the walls here. Fire's coming out forward. He's going to start picking away at Vinch's siege workshop. Double mangonels there on the front. 5 crossbowmen, and that's going to be it. Fire immediately going elite skirm and padded archer. Vinch trying to defend his side. He can use a monk to try to convert a crossbow, and he'll do it.
That's it. Nice.
Yeah. Not exactly a natural counter to crossbows, but it worked out for him in that case. Looks like the mangonels will trade 1 for 1, and Fire's offensive is a little bit kaput. He's going to continue to send crossbows out, but Vinch there able to take down those mangos. And for the time being, we're going to see monks versus crossbows again. This time we see the result we might have expected before. 2 monks there going down for very cheap. Fire starting to push out of his walls with more archer ranges, grabbing bracer and ballistics, and committing to the archer line. He's going to have elite skirms and archers at this point, crossbows at this point in the game.
Yeah, Vinch has a big cast down in a great spot. You know, right out in the just before his walls, of course, like just behind it. Covers the main gold sort of, and it also covers the extra gold. Stay safe. They also got 5 relics, by the way, because we haven't talked about it a little bit, but man, 5 relics, that gold difference is huge. I mean, of course, in Vikings, I don't expect mass gold usage, but if it ever gets to that late game, then Fire will lose. So Fire's got a clock, basically. He has another, I would say, 20 plus minutes before Vinchester will take over. Not only just from the 5 relics, but also the extra gold that Vinchester has. I mean, I would say 20 minutes, and he hasn't won by then he's lost. So.
Yeah, Vinch here is going to lose his forward, but I think you're right that he's got to just hold out for a little while. He's got 5 relics. He's already gotten 1,000 gold from those relics, and we are pretty darn early in this game. Elite skirms seem to be the unit du jour for Fire at the moment. He's going to add in a couple of captor rams alongside those. Looks like onagers will probably be able to hold this off. Vinch in retreat, trying not to get those rams too close to his onagers. But Vinch here can do a lot of defending himself with onagers and a forward castle. He's got the fortified walls up right now. And it looks like he's ready to turtle up and take a little bit of aggression from his opponent and defend himself. Like you said, 5 relics is a massive advantage, and Vinchester's map is all so safe. He's got safe stone and gold for days.
The onager position was a fantastic option. It slows down Fire so much because the Rams won't be able to get much done. Elite skirmish is very hard countered. So we see Fire to go down the stable route, maybe make some light cap or something. But even then, they're quite weak in that late game. So they're just going for the right option and already going for those onagers straight away. Now, if he goes berserks, I mean, I see a second castle. I think I just saw a scale mail armor upgrade. Oh, jeez.
For those of you guys who don't know Milmano all that well, he loves berserks. Right now, that castle is under a little pressure from a couple of arbs, and it will go up, but Vinch is going to lose a few vills here on the front. Total villagers right now is plus 20 for Vinch. Yeah, that will be thwarted for a moment. For a moment, but the onagers are working their way over. I have some faith that castle will eventually go up. Yeah, man.
I see some Vinchester as well, getting the masonry upgrade, because of course the next target probably for Fire will be to get a castle of his own or something. But Fire hasn't been on stone at all this game. That main stone in the front only getting TC'd now. A scout managed to get inside the base of Fires, it got picked off, but it's that hole in the wall. But no trebs were coming out for a long time. That's a real concern for Fire. Kind of went up quite quick, but the difference there with Vinchester and Fire was that Vinchester had stone, of course, mining at that time, and now he's got 2 castles up, which is huge. Get traps out, most likely. Maybe berserks if they're fortunate. But I think berserks would work really well with the onager combination. He's got the gold to do it. I mean, he's got those extra golds, the relics. Because the skirms will die to it. Any siege will die to it. Lycab won't be able to stand up to it. I know it's a sheer cost. If he goes Arbalest, you've got the onagers backing up with it. There we go. Game plan sorted.
Not to heap
Win.
too much praise on Vinch, but I also really like his aggressively taking that front gold early in the game. That's an area that he could eventually lose if his defense goes poorly. So you might as well chew through that front gold as fast as you can for now. Barracks coming in, another castle in the middle of the eco here for Vinch. Very, very defensive build at the moment from him, but why not? He's got so much of a back pocket here. 127 Vils for Vinchester. 6 or 7 onagers here in defense. Architecture on the way, chainmail armor on the way, but for now,
seeing it.
No units yet coming out of the castle.
No, but we're seeing it. Chainmail armor's done. He's doing a barracks, which might be just for the upgrade for, like, you know, tracking and whatnot, but I see 3 castles now. Got them fully upgraded.
Vinch is sending over more more and more Vils to build up that barracks. He's going to have enough stone soon for another castle. We'll see where that one gets dropped. On Fire's side of the map, he is taking stone now, but he's using it to wall up his side of the map. He's increasing the size of his arena here. He's going to go ahead and wall in another gold pile.
He's just teasing him. Look, sends out 1 trebuchet and 3 light cap get nailed. God, go for it. Go for it. Okay, you'll lose it, but...
Yeah,
I don't know what the purpose of that was from Vinchester. Oh, he's going pikeman. How? Boo. How dare he go pikeman when he's got 3 castles up?
Looks like for now just 1 barracks for Vinch. Am I wrong about that? 1 barracks back at home,
yeah.
And he's farming like
barracks.
A madman. He's got farms covering the entire surface of his base here.
This has to be berserks. Yes! I'm seeing it.
Elite berserk being researched as we speak.
Look how
Milmano.
quick that gets researched, by the way. That's really quick.
Milmano is loving
It's
it.
like a minute.
Yeah, it is fast.
Finally.
Yeah. Finally some berserks.
It's so heavy on cost. But what's Fire done, by the way, in the past? This has been like the biggest drought of an Imperial Age from Vikings I've ever seen. Just so stale. But Vinchester doesn't care because, 1, he's got the relics, he's got the extra gold, he's got 3 castles, he's just going to prepare to go berserks. And Fire is just trying to get casts up to be able to form a siege, so... Oh, I do like this though from Fire doing a wall on the left-hand side. That's quite sneaky.
Milmano, I want you to guess how much gold Vinchester has gotten from relics at this point in the game. Don't cheat. Don't look on the overlay or anything.
Okay,
5 relics. We are at minute 37. He's probably
3,500.
Yeah, he's at 2.4k right now, and continuing to tick up. Yeah, so he's probably had those for about 20 minutes of game time, and yeah, he's just continuing to stockpile more and more gold. Fire here having enough for a castle. He's got a little gold in the bank. Blast Furnace coming. Fire, though, is going to have Cavalier and Onager on the way. So Cavalier mixed in with an army of skirms and arbs here from Fire. He's also going to have a somewhat beefy light cav here. I don't know. What do you think about that? We're going to see Berserks and Siege for now against basically Arbs, Skirms, and maybe a few Cavalier mixed in.
But it depends on how the fight will go down. The Cavalier is strong, but Elite Berserks, I believe, are strong. They're fully upgraded. I believe. I think the fight's going to go down to positioning more than not. I don't think Vinchester's ready to fight, if I'm honest. He hasn't got enough. And he's got the upgrades, but hasn't got enough as of yet.
Yeah,
but,
Vinch will get an Onager here, kind of picked off in no man's land, but he's able to circle around an entire group there of light cav and kill them all.
Yeah,
so
that's worth.
Yeah, that's
an Onager for like 20 light cav. I know exactly where I want to be.
Yeah, exactly. And Vinch is, like you said, he's staging an attack right now. I don't think he's truly ready to go in, but that could be wrong because he is starting to roll forward here. A couple of trebs.
I think he's ready.
Yeah,
now he's ready.
Looks like
Although he's missing a couple of Onagers. They're a bit behind, but for now they're fine.
Onager out from Fire right now, putting some pressure on those trebs. He might get one of them here. No, not quite. Fire for now is going to be up against 2 trebs and Berserks. Cavalier rolling in. They will be a meat shield for Arbs. And for now, Siege Ram and Chemistry coming for Vinch. Vinch is on the way with 5 more Onagers. He's going to add double Siege Workshops in on the front.
Yeah, don't forget the others are not amazingly strong against Elite Berserks. Because the 5 Pierce armor, by the way, is pretty ridiculous. Look at that, they just chewed through the Cavalier. Now they're at the Arbalest.
Yep.
Lost quite a few Berserks.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Fire GG's out.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was a really nice finish to that game. Arbs dropping like flies there to one huge Onager shot. Fire isn't...
And there we go.
He isn't truly
Before
GG
that,
here, but Vinchester made some great choices. Don't you think?
I did say roughly 20 minutes, didn't I?
What's that?
The clock on fire. I said he had roughly 20 minutes to win. I did say that, but I mean, that wasn't even late game. the problem. The problem was unit choice. He just got out strategy based at this game. I think nothing really about play. I think Fire had a not bad idea. Just get up super early, 25 minutes, and just go for a big push. But go up against Vikings as well, so they've got also pretty good ego. I think Vinchester played this game plan wise pretty much spot on. I can't really put a fault in it. In all honesty, he had the right idea throughout the entire game period, especially that 25-minute mark just before Fire's game period. We got that Mangonel just doing harassment, had the map control because Fire had to be inside his own base. You know, he got 3 ranges inside and the siege workshop. If he was on the doors of Vinchester's base with that, then I would say it'd be a different story potentially because of that. Yeah, just holding him from his base for a little bit longer, and also getting some decent trade-offs when they were, the monks converting and then the siege itself in the middle. Delayed Fire enough to allow Vinchester to be defensively set and then prepare himself for his Armature Berserk game.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the relics early from Vinch were a great call. The unit composition worked out very well for him. Fire, not really a arena aficionado, is going to lose that game, and the score is going to be 1-1. Let's go ahead and get ready for game number 3. I'll get ready for it. I know you got to rock and roll.
Yeah, but I got to rock and roll.
Oops, let's.
The Apprentice.
Oh, the Apprentice. The Apprentice cometh.
I will be lurking though on my laptop, so don't worry. I won't be missing that.
All right, buddy. Well, thanks for joining me for a game. That was fun. We saw Vinch win on a great map. And he needed to get a win there to kind of turn the momentum a little bit back around. We'll see what Fire chooses for the map here in Game 3 in 2 minutes. And I will be doing that on my own, flying solo here. Thanks again, Milmano, for joining me, buddy.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. I'll
Killer Bee sitting in the dark over here. There we go. That's a little better. I'm going to kill TeamSpeak here, and we'll prepare ourselves. 2 minutes left until the spectator delay is done, and we will see game number 3. Yes, scoreboard, says Gene. Let's see what's going on. Is this best of 5, says Entic? No. This is going to be a set of 4. All games are going to be played. Every game counts. So you need, at this stage in this tournament, you're going to need every point you can get. So, even going 2-2 could be beneficial, could actually help you get on to the next stage. Okay, 40 seconds left on the spec delay. We'll be able to jump into the next game here in just a moment. Let's see, I have to find out. I'll have to talk to SMB. Never mind. Note to self. But at the moment, we are launching into the next game. Will the Viper play today, says Entic? No, I think he plays tomorrow. I think the Viper plays his next set